20, 21, next. That's what we're on right now. Hey, everybody, it is a Friday. I'm Joel D, the place to be. I hope you had a great work week or a happy week off. A lot of people were off a little bit for different things as well. Let's get you going for this. It is the 17th of January, the toughest time of the year when it comes to the cold. And what kind of cold are we going to get? And even some snow? Let's talk about it. And let's get you ready within your house as well. Let's bring in Andrew Klein. Let's bring in Tom Russell. We are ready to roll. Hey, Andrew, are you driving right now?
I'm not doing the driving. I am in the passenger seat.
Okay. People always wonder that. They're like, oh, no, it's so dangerous. Don't do that. Tom Russell, are you driving right now?
I'm driving this whole show, so let's get it on.
Oh, of course you are. You are the main man here. We will get to you shortly. But let's start with Andrew, I guess. You know, you went to the plumbing, heating people. You're talking to them about what's going on, a little HVAC action. What kind of stuff are they seeing now? Because sometimes you don't know you need some help until you need some help.
Yeah, I mean, there are all sorts of issues that can come with weather, pretty standard things that you might hear about, pipes freezing, stuff like that. But one of the big things that I spoke to Jared Peters about, who works for Neffsville, he talked about maintaining your system throughout the year. It's kind of, he said it was kind of like your car. You need to get your car checked every couple of years, every couple of months. He said it's the same sort of thing with your heating system in your house. You got to make sure you have clean filters. You got to make sure everything is working right. And if you do have any sort of issues, that you make sure you get those, hammered out as soon as you can.
Now, a lot of this stuff we can do, right?
There's a good amount of things that you probably can do. The simple sort of things. You can check your filter. You can see if there is a blinking light that indicates that there could be a potential problem. And in that case, there are some things that we could solve at home by ourselves. But if you have any sort of doubt, if you're worried at all, make sure you definitely call the professionals. But better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, so that is what, they'll tell you to do. I want to get Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell in on this. What do you think? Are these things we can handle ourselves sometimes?
Yeah, and to Andrew's point, a little bit of pre-maintenance goes a long way. So if you've been taking care of your, your heating and your cooling throughout the year, you're pretty good. But sometimes it just happens. A couple of years ago, I had the pilot light go out, and I didn't have the igniter to fix that. So that's when you need somebody, and that's where it's a good idea to have somebody, that I'm sure Andrew talked to, where you have a guy that you can call, and they're there within a reasonable amount of time. So, yeah, lots to do, but this is an unusual cold snap for us that is something we don't see very often. And as you know, the last couple of winters have been very mild. So it's been cold now, and now it's going to be even colder. So let's start with first things first. We got a little rain snow mix tomorrow. Then we have accumulating snow on Sunday. So here's what we're thinking. Generally in that 2 to 4 inch range. So it's less the further northwest you go and more to the south and to the east. So you see here 2 to 3 inches over most of the area, 3 to 4, and then 4 to 6 as you get over towards Philly and Chester County. And here's the deal, guys. We're all football fans. How about the Eagles game? This is going to be a snow game in a couple inches. So it's usually cold for a January playoff game, but then, man, snow, several inches, all coming down during the game. It's going to be fascinating.
Okay, so let's get some predictions going here because LA is an LA team. Mm-hmm. It's an indoor team. So
it's not technically the stadium is open, but yeah.
Okay, whatever. It's a turf team with good weather. Okay. Right. And it's going to be anything. But look at the prices. Prices are coming down, by the way. To go to that game. I think people know what it's going to be like.
All right, I'm going to go with the Eagles there, Joel D. I think they're more ready, both for the weather and the game.
Okay, what do you say, Klein?
Look, I really want to take the Rams in this game. I do think they match up well against Philly. Their physicality is big, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop Saquon Barkley. They couldn't do it last time these two teams faced off. He had, I think, 255 yards, some ridiculous number on the ground. So if he's able to get going, and I think he will, especially in the cold, they're going to feed him the ball. This is a game that Philly wins probably by 6 or 7 points.
I'm going to go the other way on this just because I like rhyming. And if it's snowing, I'm throwing. And the team that throws better in this scenario is the Rams.
Not the snow.
What?
You just said they're an indoor team.
Well, Matthew Stafford's played in snow games in Philly before.
Not in 3 years.
Yeah. So, but if it's snowing, I'm throwing. Meaning the offensive guys know which way they're going. The defensive guys don't. They'll all fall down. And then you have these guys wide open.
All right. This is what they've issued, guys. A winter storm watch, and you can see how it rides right up that, that I-95, I-81 corridor. And then look on the left-hand side of your screen. They've already proactively issued an extreme cold watch.
Have you seen that before, Tom?
Well, they changed the verbiage of it.
Yeah.
So it's been a number of years. You have to go back to about 2020, right before Christmas. If you remember, we got down into the single digits. So it's been a number of years, and this is going to be prolonged cold. So it moves in Sunday night into Monday, and then Monday, I think Tuesday is actually the coldest day. Guys, wind chills, minus 25. That's the kind of cold we're talking about.
Okay.
So here's your weekend. I'll go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, I used to work in South Dakota for a hot minute, and by a hot minute, I mean a cold minute. And your face stops working. Like you can't even form words anymore because like the stuff is all numb right there. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty brutal. You're right. It is that cold. And then to Andrew's point, that's when you also get the frozen pipes and the heat breaks, and right when people need it the most. So all of this really ties together. We got to keep a lookout for our friends and neighbors. But there's your weekend. A little rain, snow mix tomorrow. We're still mild. We're still at 40. And then Sunday is the snow. And then after that is the cold. So we'll get through it. We got to get through it together.
Andrew, aren't you looking forward to that? Your outdoor live shots on Monday and Tuesday? Yes.
I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I will not be out there in the cold.
You got to experience it. Come on.
All hands on deck when it's cold, bro.
I don't even want to go outside right now.
I know. He's
40.
our Miami boy. See, but here's the thing. You went to University of Miami for college, so I guess you got used to that climate. But you're from New York, aren't you?
Yeah, from New York, but that was one of the reasons I wanted to go to Miami was get away from all that. I don't like dealing with seasons. If I can wear shorts in February, I'm going to wear shorts in February, and I'm going to be very, very happy.
No one's going to stop you from wearing shorts in February.
Oh, wait, I want to see him wear
Mother
shorts
Nature
next
will.
week. All right, shorts on your live shot next week.
Hey, one more thing.
I'll pass.
Andrew, one more thing. How busy are these people right now?
Yeah, they're crazy.
These folks.
One of the actually interesting things was the company I spoke with. They said they're pretty open next week because they're expecting a lot of change and a lot of issues with it being so cold. So right now there are probably a decent amount of openings in their schedule, and that's because they're in preparation. And they also said all these HVAC companies, they stock up on supplies now before those cold days really hit and they get a bunch of calls.
Hey, Andrew, before we let you go, did he mention anything not to do? We always hear about space heaters and being safe. Did he mention anything like that not to do?
One of the women I spoke with or as well, she said, don't open your oven and have that heat your house. Don't use a space heater. Just, be mindful, keep your temperature at a steady rate. When you're not at home, don't just shut it off. That will cause you many issues. Keep it at a constant temperature. If you could set it to something, and let it go from there.
But drop it down when you're not there. That's for sure. Drop it down when you're not there, but you're not.
But don't turn it off.
Right. Yeah, because it's the prices right now for electricity are so bad.
Crazy.
That's part of the reason that we heard Governor Shapiro saying that he's threatening PJM. If you don't get the prices down, we're going to drop out of your grid and do our own thing. It's one of the things we're talking about on Face the State this week. It's rough. I can see how people in desperate times may try those things, but might give you a little break on your bill, but if you cause major problems to your house, who cares? Doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys, stay warm. Appreciate you, and have a good weekend.
See you.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, folks, there you have it. Your frigid forecast, your frigid Friday. Looks like it'll be an exciting weekend, and by exciting, I mean hopefully you can stay warm, bundle up, and watch our weekend weather warn day on Sunday, as it's going to be kind of rough. A lot of football to see. You will see our games as well. And hopefully, once again, we can stay safe and get through this together. I'm Joel D. Smith for CBS 21 Next. We will see you next time.